Negotiate like an FBI agent. Pum 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 pum. Okay, this is Success, Yes or Yes by Kuya Manzano, and I'm very happy to be here with you guys. And this is my takeaway from the interview that Lewis House made to Chris Voss. Who is Chris Voss and who is Lewis House? Lewis House, number one, is the creator and host of the School of Greatness. Okay, very, very important success motivational podcast. You can search for it on any major podcast platform like iTunes or Stitcher. And this is episode number 2 of the Kuya Manzano Success, Yes or Yes. So hope you start following in the different podcast platforms like TuneIn.com and Stitcher. Okay, so far it's there. Also, I'm publishing it in a new channel in SoundCloud. I created a new channel only for the podcast Success, Yes or Yes. So make sure to subscribe to any of those channels. Alright. We're doing this podcast recording and doing at the same time Beagle Live. So if you wanna interact, I'm here for you. Thank you guys. Thank you for all those hearts. Yeah, 100 hearts. Thank you, that's fast. Thank you. I hope you enjoy this and you pitch in. This is about success. Success, yes or yes. And this special chapter number 2 is negotiate like an FBI agent. Pam 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 pam. Alright. Why? Who's Chris Voss? He was interviewed by Lewis House. Who is Chris Voss? Chris Voss is a special agent, yeah? A special agent that used to negotiate with the hostages situations. You know those, like we see in all this American films, yeah? How the talker, the one who calls the bad guy, the one kidnapping the people inside the bank or something like that, and then he talks him out of the situation. He makes them release the victims, the hostages, yeah. So it's very interesting. So he retired from service and now he's into he's into business negotiation and being a coach to teach people how to negotiate more effectively. And that's why he just wrote a book for this, and that's why he was in the interview with Lewis House in the School of Greatness. And I'm gonna post whenever I post this in social media with in the podcast. I'm gonna put in the links in the notes of the podcast. I'm gonna specify what chapter of Lewis House School of Greatness you can find so you can listen to the same interview that I listened to, and then you get your own conclusions, right? So there. According to Chris Voss, one of my takeaways is you have to put the negatives first. There's always some positive and some negative aspects in any interview, right? So first you put the negatives first, so it's out of the way. No, let's address the elephant inside the room. Okay, there's an elephant. There's a problem. We both know there's a problem. So let's solve it first. Yeah, let's talk about it so it's out of the way, and then we can start talking about the positive things. It will give you a better result in negotiation to put the negative stuff first, take it out of the way, and then go forward. All right. Messages coming in. Hello, Reinika, kaibigan. There we are. Okay. So this is a new approach to the Bigo Live. Let's see how this goes. I'm doing podcast and it's gonna be very determined. We have 2 topics today. The first one is how to negotiate like an FBI agent in real life. Because we're always negotiating. We're negotiating for work, we're negotiating for business, we're negotiating for love, we're negotiating with our parents, yeah? We're always negotiating. So, everyone needs to learn and improve his negotiation skills. Hello, Mrs. Misusu, my new friend, and Rainika, my old friend. Not because she's old, because she's my little sister, but tagal na kaibigan dito sa Bigo. Okay, there. Also, why do I do this podcast and why am I starting to do these things? Because I want to, I also want to grow, you see? I want to, let's put the camera a little lower. Because I'm stretching my neck up there. Okay, wait. How's that? Is that better? Somewhat better. There. So, I'm doing this because since I have some learning problems, when I'm ADHD, I'm all over the place, I tend to do many things, so this is a way to concentrate, to put my energy here and to focus and to give away. I can give something to the people listening. At the same time, I learn something myself by repeating it, by explaining it, by trying to understand it here in public with you. It helps me understand the real meaning, and it's like hypnotizing myself, and repetition is the mother of learning. The way to learn is repetition. That's how we learned so many things, right, before? So, good. Thank you for 1,000 hearts in Bigo. And let's go with the second takeaway I took, yeah? Alright, this is very interesting. Let them feel smarter than you. Let them correct you, yeah? You're not getting anything out of this negotiation by winning a discussion. Your objective here, when you're negotiating, is not to win, is not to be the smartest one in the room. What's your objective? Because we forget. Sometimes we get so excited we want to win the discussion. What is our objective? We want to get whatever. The race. We want to get information. We want to get that person in front to get to sleep with us, maybe. Whatever you want to get out of this negotiation, that is what you want. Not to win the discussion, right? You want to sell the car, right? You don't want to be smarter than your client. Even if you are smarter, that's not your goal. You don't want to win, yeah? You're not fighting with your client. What you want is to sell him, yeah? That's why I'm here, Rainika. That's why I'm here. Once again, trying to give you all the value I can ahead, up front, yeah? They call this pay this forward. I ask nothing for it. Thank you for the 500 hearts, by the way. Okay. Let them feel smarter. Let them correct you. And they're gonna give you a lot of information. They can give you information many times, many ways. One, by what they say. Number two, but with their body language, with their gestures. If you start training yourself in all this, in body language, in facial expression, language. Also, I have an advantage as an actor. I can detect many things. But this is learnable also through acting and through body language. There's many ways to learn this, okay? It's sales techniques. So you learn the little twitching of the eyes, of the mouth, anything, yeah? Good. Alright, so you can, okay, I challenge you. I'm doing this podcast to explain it, to understand it better, and to give away, yeah? To pay forward, to give away. If you are taking notes and you are learning this, I challenge you to start a video cast, a vlog, a podcast, and reply and say, this is the takeaway I got from the Kuya Manzano show. This podcast name is Success, Yes or Yes, and this is chapter number 1, Negotiate Like an FBI Agent. It's the takeaway I took from the interview to Chris Voss by Lewis House from School of Greatness. By the way, check that podcast. The School of Greatness is fantastic. I've been listening to it for a year, and I learned so much from Lewis House there. So this also is my give back to Lewis House. Thank you, I admire you, and this is what I learned from you in your podcast. Yeah, thanks to you interviewing Chris Voss. All right. Third takeaway I got: instead of asking, say something around it. Okay, making a supposition, and let them correct you with the yummy info. That's the way I take notes, no? Instead of asking, because sometimes, look, when you ask straight, many times you won't get the answer you want. Why? Because people are defensive. Yeah, does that make sense? A salesman who wants to sell you a condo that has a problem won't tell you the problem up front, because he's a salesman, and normally salesmen are not as good as we would like them to be. They just want to sell you the condo. Yeah, they just want to sell you the car, as maybe a second-hand car that has some problem, and you can't even imagine it has, right? So if you ask him straight, does this car have any problem? He's gonna say, no, not that I know. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, if he feels a little guilty. So how can you get the information without asking straight? It's the same thing when you ask someone, especially if a guy asks a girl straightforward, hey, do you want to sleep with me? You're gonna get a no by an answer 95% of the time. Yeah, you get a lot of no's because you're too straightforward, because you're asking straight, and that's not the way to negotiate well and get the goals you want. Yeah, because the goals you want are not to win. Remember, you want to sell the car. You want to know if there's a problem with the car. You want to sleep with a person. You want to get the loan. Yeah? Okay. So instead of asking, you must say something around. Something even wrong. Yeah? Something related to what you want to know. Let's see if you're following me. Because the goal is to let them correct you. Yeah? Make them feel smarter and correct you. Because everyone loves that. Everyone wants to feel smarter and correct the other person and be on top. Yeah? So if you're smarter, okay, you just pretend, you just talk about the matter around it, and let them give you the correct information without them even knowing they're gonna give it to you. Yeah? But never ask straight for it. Are you getting my point? Because we're trying to achieve something here. We're trying to extract some information from that guy in front, guy or girl, and maybe he doesn't want to give it straight. Why? Because there's a problem with the car. Because because it's some kind of secrecy, no? The reasons they don't give loans, for example, or because the person is very shy. That happens a lot. If you have a shy person in front, you cannot ask them. They feel attacked. They get defensive. Yeah. So you have to talk around the topic and let them correct you. That will make them feel better, more comfortable. Yeah. And at the end, you get the information you wanted to get. That's a good tip, isn't that? Yeah? There. Let's go for my... Yeah? My fourth getaway, which is related. I'm saying, make them feel they won. And it's their idea. Very good tip. See, we go back to... We're making the person in front feel smart, feel important, feel that they won. Let them feel they won the conversation, yeah? And that the conclusion is their idea. Bravo, bravo, great idea. Thank you. Wow, you're so brilliant. Okay? Don't flatter too much because they're gonna notice that you're overdoing it. Don't overdo it. Just wow. Okay, that's a great idea. Yep. Wow. Okay, thank you for mentioning that, because I didn't think about that. So I can really take advantage of that great idea. Something like that, yeah? Make them feel like they're won and it's their idea. Make sense? Yeah? Does this make sense? Would you like it if you're talking with someone and you feel you're very smart? You feel more comfortable. Yeah? And you feel well. And then after negotiating, you still feel well. Okay? We want to make other person feel well. Why not? And at the same time, get what we want out of the negotiation. Ting! Does that make sense? I hope so. Yeah? Negotiate like an FBI agent. There. We shouldn't say why. We shouldn't ask why. Because when you ask why to someone, it automatically triggers a defensive mechanism in the other person. Okay? So this is a very interesting point. Know why. Don't say why. Yeah? Let's say, for example, I say, why do you look tired? Oh, you get defensive, right? Why are you doing that way? You get defensive. Why didn't you think about it? Why is this so expensive? Why? The other person gets defensive. Yeah? A why question makes people feel defensive, and that's not good. Yeah? You don't want the person in front, the person you're negotiating with, to feel defensive. You want the person you're negotiating with to feel what? Comfortable. Yeah? Comfortable. Comfortable? Comfortable. Yeah? There. So what is the correct word to ask with? I already said it. It's what. What? Yeah? What could I do to get a discount? What could I do to better this deal? What could I do to improve this car after I buy it? Because this is a second-hand car, right? So what could I do to improve the car? So you're asking for help from the other person. It's medyo casual, right? So the person will chances are, okay, everything's about probability and everything, but there's good chances that the other person will want to help you with this kind of language, because everything's about neuro-linguistic programming. Okay, depends on how you say things, how you express yourself. Those are the answers you're gonna get from the other side. Okay, so what can I do to make you feel comfortable and close this deal with me? What would make you feel better about this deal? What do you suggest that I do with this condo after I buy it? What do you suggest I do to make it a good deal? Okay, so you're putting the ball in the side of your opponent, quote unquote opponent. Yeah, you're letting them be the smarter ones. They are the ones advising you, not you advising them. This is not about preaching. This is about getting the information, winning the negotiation without letting the other person know. Yeah, what could I do? Yeah, let them be the teachers. They'll feel good and you're getting your information. Yeah, everyone's winning. By the way, don't say win-win situation. When someone tells you the win-win situation, actually, which I personally use a lot, but according to Chris Voss, when someone says this is a win, let's organize a win-win situation, whoop, hold your wallet. Okay, because according to Chris Voss, it's a phrase I love to say, but and I think it's okay for me. But according to Chris Voss, and this is our takeaway from the interview to Chris Voss, according to him, when someone says that, he's ready to rip you off. Yeah, okay. So he's just like setting the arena, making you feel comfortable, and later they're gonna boom. Yeah. By the way, thank you, 2,000 hearts. Salamat. That was very nice. And then, okay. For example, the phrase that Lewis Howe said, what are the chances I can get a better deal? Yeah. What are the chances of me getting upgraded to business class instead of economy class? What are the chances? Yeah? You cannot say, why don't you put me in business class? Come on! The person gonna say, who are you? What are you thinking? You say, what are the chances I could get upgraded? Because there's always some chance, right? Even if it's a 5%. Yeah? So you're positioning yourself in a positive way, making the person in front feel good, open, not defensive, yeah? Does everything I'm saying here, or most of it at least, make sense for you? Let me know, okay? Let me know in the comments. The good thing in Bigo, we can comment in real life, in real time, yeah? And live. I'm live. You too, that's why you're clicking there. Okay. Imagine you're negotiating and you're getting to a dead end. Yeah? That happens many times. You've been talking for a while, you've been trying different strategies, and you're getting to a dead end. Nothing's happening. You don't see the other person changing. You can say something like, it seems you are powerless here. No? It seems you don't have power to take this decision. It seems you cannot take a decision. It seems you don't have, well, the word they're using is power, yeah? Because imagine you're not talking with the owner of the company, you're talking with an employee, a sales intermediate position who cannot take the decision, yeah? Or you're talking with a secretary who's filtering you from talking to the boss, okay? So, it seems you're powerless here, yeah? Oh, I'm sorry to see that you cannot, I realize you cannot take this decision. I realize you cannot take this kind of decisions. For example, what will happen with the other person? They're gonna feel in need of defending themselves because actually you're insulting them, yeah? So there is like, what did this person just say to me? No, 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 no. Wait. Chances are this is gonna happen. Wait. Let me call. Let me make a call. Wait. Let me think about it. They're gonna want to defend themselves because indirectly you're telling them they're powerless, they're nobody, they are not smart enough, they don't have the balls enough to take a decision, they're not fast thinking enough, something, yeah? So it seems you're powerless. It seems you're not capable of taking a decision. I think you're not ready. You're not ready. You're not mature for this moment of your life or for this decision. I think you have to play it. You have to say stuff and look into the eyes of the person, look into the body language, look into the mouth, look into different aspects so you start detecting, yeah? The more you do it, the more you get trained, the more you learn, the better you're gonna get at it. But so if you tell them, I think you're powerless, I think you're not ready to take the decision, I think you're not capable at this moment, maybe when you get stronger, when you have some more courage or something like that. I don't know, I'm just making it up. You can just play with it. The other person will want to defend himself, yeah? And then they're gonna say, no, wait, give him a moment, blah, blah, blah. And then chances they're gonna help you are so much higher. Check it out. Try it out next time you negotiate with anyone, with your mom, with the waiter, with anyone, yeah? With the bank. Do it, okay? Okay, and the last thing here, because Lewis House always ends up the interview saying, what is the definition of greatness for you? Okay, so what Chris Voss said, greatness is being true to yourself and making an impact in the world. Boom! I like that. Greatness is being true to yourself and creating an impact in the world. Ta-da! Ta-da! Sarap, no? So, for me, for Kuya Manzano, how do I take this? I'm very true to myself. Because I'm so true to myself, I get a lot of haters out there. Because I'm true to myself, I get blocked in Facebook by my titas. Because I'm true to myself, my father threw me out of his house when I was 18 years old. Because I'm true to myself, I don't get casted in many things, in many stuff with family values, I guess, and conservative stuff. Because I'm very outspoken. I speak out my mind, and because I'm making an impact in the world. Yeah, I'm really making an impact in the world, and that makes me very happy. Yeah, I'm happy to help the world. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help myself. I'm here to help my mom. I'm here. I love giving some insight here and there, and when someone gets it, great. Shout out to Papa Sach from my new family, the Uniqlo family in Vigo. So I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I'm gonna do another podcast after. I hope you enjoyed this podcast about how to negotiate like an FBI agent. If you like the stuff, subscribe to my channel. It's in every social media. To this, whoa, thank you for the combos. Thank you for the gifts, yeah? Yes, you have to tell the truth even if people will hate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy to be part of the new Uniqlo group family here in Vigo, and looking forward to knowing everyone and to mingle with everyone soon, online and offline. If you like this stuff, share it, subscribe, follow in the different channels, yeah? And especially, send me your feedback. I will love to hear of you. I will love to hear the takeaways that you took from this podcast, which is itself a takeaway from the interview in the School of Greatness from Lewis House to Chris Voss. Alright, thank you. Chun 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 chun. Papa Thatch, Papa Sack, Papa Sack. There. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, guys. Okay.